NASA has pushed back the launch of Artemis II until at least March. A rehearsal of the pre-launch process found that liquid hydrogen being loaded into the rocket was leaking. NASA had been hoping to launch 4 astronauts on a flight around the moon as early as this weekend. The space agency says the delayed launch will give it more time to review data and conduct a second test. Let's go live now to CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood. Bill, thank you for joining us. What are the risks of hydrogen leaking, and just how big of a deal is this?
Well, it's a pretty big deal. You know, if you think about hydrogen, it's extremely flammable. This rocket is loaded with more than 500,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen, so you clearly don't want to have a leak or an ignition source of any kind, obviously. You know, these leak levels are very low, but they're very, very tight on safety. They're making absolutely sure that all the plumbing in the rocket where the fuel comes in, everything is tight and doesn't have a leak. But they clearly ran into a problem. They're going to have to fix this before they can make another attempt to launch.
Oh, yeah, very important to do that. Can you talk about why this moon mission is so historic, and what will it mean for the space race?
You know, it's really interesting. NASA's in sort of a new space race with China instead of the Soviet Union. NASA won that race back in the late 60s and early 70s, but this is a new race. And the Artemis II mission is really the first step toward getting U.S. astronauts back to the surface of the moon. Now, this flight's not going to land on the moon. It's not even going to go into orbit, but it is going to go all the way out past the moon, circle around behind it, and come back. It'll be the first visit to the moon's vicinity in more than 50 years by U.S. astronauts, or really by anyone else. You know, just one more thing. NASA's hoping that they can land astronauts in the 2028 time frame, and that would be ahead of China's announced plans to launch their own astronauts on the moon by 2030.
Hoping they can get everything figured out, because it all sounds very, very cool to me. Bill Harwood, thank you so much.